You know, sometimes if you look hard enough, you can find untold stories that history almost left behind. That's exactly what you can hear if you head over to Wake Forest next week to hear Apple TV producer Monica Beletsky speak about her new release, Manhunt. I spoke with the Associate Professor of Religion and Culture at Wake Forest, Derek Hicks, about this. He says this episode focuses on the manhunt for John Wilkes Booth after the Lincoln assassination, and says that Beletsky's work shows us the unsung heroes and their nearly forgotten stories.
The first unsung voice is not an African-American voice, is Edwin Stanton, who is the war secretary in the cabinet of Abraham Lincoln. We no longer have this role officially, but Edwin Stanton is, he almost feels like it's his fault that Abraham Lincoln was assassinated that evening. And he took it upon his mission to track down John Wilkes Booth. What Monica Beletsky did so well is she tells this story through that unsung voice while also through kind of these subplots lifting other unsung voices as well.
So this event, by the way, is totally free. It's open to the public. It will showcase Beletsky's work. You'll see some of that, as well as a Q&A session to delve deeper into that topic. Now, Hicks says the night will affect a lot of different people in so many ways.
What I want students and anyone there who attends to really consider is the value of telling stories, the value of telling their own stories, the value of telling stories of our history from vantage points that we would not normally get. I mean, I think that's a significant component of this. But also, I want students, especially young ladies of color or ladies, women themselves, who have to kind of navigate certain gender dynamics in their own professional lives, to see another example of excellence.
So let me tell you a quick story how he found her. He said he found out about this and he wanted to know who the producer was because he said, I want to see if I can bring him to Wake Forest to speak. And he found her Instagram account.
Wow.
And he said, he said, I didn't want to like try to message her. He said, I just wrote a piece about her and how great this thing was. And she reached out to him. And he said, would you come and speak? And she said, I absolutely will. So
that's great.
I just feel like you have to have such a talent to be able to really capture everyone's point of view, and I mean, especially for him, the guy that she's portraying.
And she had to dig really hard to find those details of those stories that would have been lost forever.
And I often think, thinking back to the history books, you might see one event and there would be a paragraph on it, and that might be all you know about that moment in history. So I always find it really interesting, especially certain professors who dig into certain blocks of history, and everything they know about it is pretty cool. And if you go and attend that, I'm sure you'll just...
Well, and that paragraph could have been a whole book.
Right.
100%.
That's right.